Hey guys, welcome back. It's Grim Reaper coming at you for another video for Raid Shadows. Hopefully you're doing well and hopefully you're looking after yourselves and having a positive start to the week wherever you are in the world. And hopefully you're having a good clan versus clan. Now, we are back on my account today and we've done something a bit quirky and something that I want to set myself a bit of a challenge. Not much going on right now for me in Raidshadowlegends on my account, especially with seasons being over and taking a little bit of a rest from live arena. I don't know about you guys, but seasons was fun, good rewards, but it was very time consuming, and I'm enjoying just doing 3 wins a day now just to collect my energy, and I will take the rest of it off until I see seasons again ready to go hard. I will be pushing for top 100 one of the accounts for next month, so it's going to be a very busy month. I will be dropping lots of content on the next seasons, trying to push for the top 100 and facing the best players in Raidshadowlegends. Now, let's go into today's video, and I wanted to go and look at this as a new challenge. And this is a somewhat of a free-to-play team for long-term in-game players that everyone can use. Now, if you're new to this channel or anything like that, please remember to hit that thumbs up, hit that notification bell. This is where you'll see all your daily content, guides, tips and tricks in in-game content in PvP and PvE. So this is the place that you want to be. So let's have a look at today's video. So today's video will be on the one and only Chimera City. So not Chimera, the boss. So this is the team that we're going to be showcasing for today. That is free to play, and I will talk about some replacements that are not free to play and some better upgrades and etc. So as you can see here, we have an epic, we have a rare, we have 3 legendaries. One of them was a login and 2 are fusions. Quite a bit of time ago, I do think that is a little bit tricky to do this boss if you don't have like the right champions for it and etc. This boss is not easy. So we'll talk about the mechanics and replacements and etc. So we're going to talk about this guy. This guy is a login epic that you will receive in raid, and he is basically just in here for the heal reduction for Form 1 to stop him healing so much in this. So that is his only job. He is an epic from a login champion that you'll receive from fragments that you can use. Obviously, if you can get to +4 or fully awaken, that will really help you with all your stuff. Now we have Ollie. Sorry if I pronounced the names wrong. I am dyslexic, so I do my best with the names. We have Ollie, who has a heal on the passive, the continuous heal when you lose so much HP. She has a resistance aura with tummy to boost, which is useful, and she also has a debuff extension by 1 turn, as well as a massive heal, which is what she's mainly in here for, is for this ability. So increasing the block buffs for this, ideally I'd taken block buffs for a block buff for 2 turns duration, and I'm taking 2 of them if I can. In this team we've only got 1, so increasing the duration is cool, and she is in my main team. So then we have Ironhide. Ironhide is going to have a very decent role of bringing in the block buffs and increased defense, which is going to help control this boss the way that we want him to work, a specific way from doing his abilities. And I'll talk about in today's video and how we will control him to do his abilities on a certain way that we want him to. Now it's really important that you get this correct to save yourself some RNG. So then we also have the veils and the shield as well. So if you use this on Form 2, when he's going to do a single hit, so you can purposely get the boss to target him with the veils and the shield, and he will not be killing this guy as long as you build him correctly and fairly well. Then he has a 1 resist decrease accuracy, which is fairly okay. I didn't build any accuracy on him, to be honest. I just focus on survivability and speed. And then Relic Tender is just in here for the cleanse and continuous heal. Big shout out to Soul Scent for that. Cool, because I was going to use Arbiter, but I do think that she has a use. And then she has her single revive as well. She also has a decreased attack on the E1, just in case you don't have an R-attack. Decreased attack is so important in this team that you definitely want to bring that in. And then R-attack is the damage dealer with the HP burns and the decreased attack on this boss as well as he is HP base and can keep himself alive. Now, for replacements, Rectender, Arbiter, Ironhide, anyone with block buffs for 2 turns, which there isn't really any other free-to-play options than that, but the ones this rotation would be obviously Duchess, who's in my main team. You could use a high resistance Web Skull Crown, and I think that's about it. It is a bit limited this rotation for block buffs. You could go high resistance as well, but that's a different story for a different call. I can't see anyone here that really screams out to me to that. For heal reduction, just use any other champion for heal reduction. So you can just go to the roster. I think there is a legendary actually for this who is better. Yeah, so you have Mayala, who you can use for that. I haven't actually booked mine. She likes to read, so, and I've got no reason to book her because I would just prefer to use Epic. So she would be the upgraded option. And then our attack would be a HP burn champion, anyone that you can find, and obviously Relic Tender has that decrease attack on A1, so you would have to build some accuracy for that as well. So then we're going to go into this run, and I'm going to showcase this run and show you how to set this team up and basically rinse and repeat to get a finish. Okay, so this is the team that we've got then. Here we are. Let me just go ahead and make that a bit of a full screen so it looks a bit more friendly for you guys. So this is our team. We're going to start off with Relic Tenders A1. By the way, you don't need Stone Skin for Ironhide, so just throw them in leftover gear that I had on my account. So you're going to use the A1 there. Then you're just going to use the A1 here, or the A3, doesn't really matter. And then with Ironhide, you want a increased defense and block buffs. Now, the stun on the A3 can be blocked through block buffs and the strip as well on that ability, because you can strip and put all the abilities on him as well. Now, you want him to do his A3 first and then his A2. And the way to do that is to put increased defense up on your team, decrease attack on the boss, and then he will do his abilities with his A3 into the A2 into the A1. The reason why you want him to do that is so you can put the heal reduction after he does the A3, and his A2 won't heal as much or heal at all, and then his A1 will heal a little bit because he also still has a duration of debuffs on him by 1 turn on that A2. So that's why Master Hex is super important to have it against this boss. Now, you might have champions like Morgate and etc. I think she's available for this rotation. I don't have her, so she is a better option as well, and she is non-resistible, so you don't have to worry about that too much as well. So you'll see there we'll put up the block buffs, and then we will put up the resistance buff as well, and then we'll put out the decrease attack, so he does the A3 first. Now, if you do the HP burns first, he won't do that, unfortunately. He'll do his A2 into his A3. So you can see there he does his A2, and then he will just carry on doing Relic Tender's abilities. We'll do the heal reduction there. The block buffs is a bonus, not required at all. It's just a bonus. So you want to make sure that we do that correctly. And then you don't want to put any buffs on him before he takes his turns, because he will put them on your team as well, so it's a bit annoying. And then there's the debuff extension, then there's the HP burns, and then it's just a case of staying alive and letting this boss die to the burns in Brimstone. If you can bring in a very big Brimstone, I definitely would recommend to put that in. It would make your life a lot easier. Not required, but it does make your life a lot easier. So as long as you understand that, then that is perfectly fine. So as you can see here, when he's on cooldown here on 2 and he's done his A3 and A2, I try not to put any buffs on the team, because he'll flip into next form and he'll strip all our buffs and put the opposite on. So for example, we got increased defense, he'll put decreased defense on us. So we got heal continuous heal, he'll put heal reduction on. So just make sure you remember that swap is a bit of an evil move if you let it. You also do AoE sleep, which you can't resist or block, I'm afraid. So you kind of just have to do what you can do. So you'll see here, I'll just use our abilities and we'll go ahead and go through. But so as you can see here, I do make a couple of mistakes throughout the run. But ideally, what we're looking to do is, for example, I put up the thing too late for that piece. Ideally, you're using a 3 before he uses so you do a 3 here on Ironhide, so you got the veils up on everyone, so the boss targets you, and that is what you want to see. You want the boss to target you with them A1s. You want to avoid any type of refresh accessories, extra turns, resets, and etc., so you don't have any problems versus this boss. You want to keep a decreased attack on this boss if you can, which is going to be really, really useful as well. So you'll see here, I think he's still in his second form actually here, if I'm not mistaken. So here we go. He's done his abilities on the A2 and A3, which again we haven't done any buffs for. And then we'll go ahead and do the A1 there. So there, I should have also put the veils and shields there. So because he's about to do his A1 to make it work, but I kind of screwed up there. So you'll see here, we'll put up the resistance. Do I pull it up or not? Or I'm thinking a bit too long here, I think. Yep, okay, there goes the resistance buff up. Nearly put the heal reduction. Don't want to put heal reduction. We want to save that for form 2. We'll put out the decrease attack, so he goes ahead and he does what we need him to do. So come back round, he'll do his A1 into Ironhide. That's why the Ironhide's going to be so good for this boss, because you're going to save that ability for when he does that A1. That A1 kills the champion pretty much, ignores a lot of defense. The more buffs you have on yourself, the more he will ignore. So it is a bit of a evil ability, and if he kills someone, he'll carry on killing them, and it'll be pretty much game over for you if that's ability. You also want to avoid trying to kill this guy in this form, because there's a block revive available for this rotation, so you will have to worry about this ability. And as you can see here, I don't really have any problems. I'm thinking about using a heal reduction for some reason, I don't know. I'm just making sure I don't mess up and use the wrong skill. And I just do the A1s here, and then we're going to put up the block buffs here. So as you can see here, as the decreased attack, we have an increased defense. So when he flips forms in his minute, he's going to do his A3. We block it, so we block the stun. We don't have to worry about the stun. And then it's the same again here, rinse and repeat. Do our extension, do your heal reduction, do your decrease, like the HE burns, the damage, and then get that out and go through again. So I'm going to play this on full auto with some music in the background. We're going to play the Grim Reaper song because I do love it. Big shout out to Sharky for making that for me on the AI. It is absolutely brilliant and I love it. So we're going to listen to that a bit. Hopefully you enjoy the song. If not, just mute the song and just give it a little watch as well. And then we'll come back and I'll show you all the builds and everything for today's video.
In the shadows he arises, silent and cold, a legend of power, a story untold. Grim Reaper, the name that they fear, dominating the arena year after year. In Raidshadowlegends, he makes his mark, a warrior of darkness, igniting the spark. With every swipe, the enemies fall. No one escapes his relentless call. Arena, Grim takes the control, a force of nature. He won't back down his account, a fortress of endless might. The best account takeovers, he fixes in the night. No need to grind, no need to wait. Grim's ascendant, sealed his fate, a legend forged in the heat of the game. With each victory they whisper his name. Grim Reaper, his power untold, a king of the arena, fearless and bold. Enemies quake when they see his rise, for Grim's the storm that no one denies. In Raidshadowlegends, he stands alone, the Reaper's grip carved in stone. Yo! Grim Reaper, the name that they fear, dominating the arena year after year. In Raidshadowlegends, he makes his mark, a warrior of darkness, igniting the spark. With every swipe, the enemies fall. No one escapes his relentless call. In the live arena, Grim takes the control, a force of nature. He won't back down his account, a fortress of endless might. The best account takeovers, he fixes in the night. No need to grind, no need to wait. Grim Grim's ascended, sealed his fate, a legend forged in the heat of the game. With each victory they whisper his name. Grim Reaper, his power untold, a king of the arena, fearless and bold. Enemies quake when they see his rise, for Grim's the storm that no one denies. In Raidshadowlegends, he stands alone, the Reaper's grip carved in stone. Whoa. Grim Reaper, his power untold, a king of the arena, fearless and bold. Whoa. In the shadows he arises, silent and cold, a legend of power, a story untold. Grim Reaper, the name that they fear, dominating the arena year after year. In Raidshadowlegends, he makes his mark, a warrior of darkness, igniting the spark. With every swipe, the enemies fall, no one escapes his relentless call. In the live arena, Grim takes the control, a force of nature, he won't back down his account. A fortress of endless might, the best account takeovers he fixes in the night. No need to grind, no need to wait. Grim's ascendant, sealed his fate, a legend forged in the heat of the game. With each victory they whisper his name. Grim Reaper, his power untold, a king of the arena, fearless and bold. Enemies quake when they see his rise, for Grim's the storm that no one denies. In Raidshadowlegends, he stands alone, the Reaper's grip carved in stone. Yo. Grim Reaper, the name that they fear, dominating the arena year after year. In Raidshadowlegends, he makes his mark, a warrior of darkness, igniting the spark. With every swipe, the enemies fall, no one escapes his relentless call. In the live arena, Grim takes the control, a force of nature, he won't back down his account. A fortress of endless might, the best account takeovers he fixes in the night. No need to grind, no need to wait. Grim's ascended, sealed his fate, a legend forged in the heat of the game. With each victory they whisper his name. Grim Reaper, his power untold, a king of the arena, fearless and bold. Enemies quake when they see his rise, for Grim's the storm that no one denies. In Raidshadowlegends, he stands alone, the Reaper's grip carved in stone. Whoa. Grim Reaper, his power untold, a king.
Alright then, so bear in mind my gear is in-game. I have got in-game account. I have dialed back on this gear a little bit, and I can promise you I am using leftover gear on my account. So I hopefully my stats are not too crazy. So you don't need these crazy stats. We do have good speed, good defense, good HP. They're the only three stats that you want to focus on. Now you want HP around about 80,000 HP with this boss. It's perfectly fine. Please don't worry about 120. I was struggling to get it down without running him like super fast. It's also worth noting, actually, I do have Chimera Chimera bonuses, sorry. So yeah, Chimera bonuses coming in at 273 speed, 253, 254, perfectly fine. Don't worry about anything else. Good defense is good, but you want more HP than defense because the boss ignoring defense. So that's how you help out with the damage mitigation there. Don't need to worry about accuracy, resistance, or anything like that. If you can run a 9-piece protection on him with the good HP, defense, and speed, then do it, because that really will help you against the boss, and it will allow you to be a bit more freedom with your abilities and not having to worry about timing it up or anything like that. So do take that into consideration. Some of this gear is not rolled up, so I need to do that on purpose, even if I do need the CC points. And the gear is already oiled, unfortunately, what's left over. I did have like 135,000 HP with 6,600 defense, and I was like, yeah, I might just need to take that down just a little bit. So these are the masteries that we're running. Again, you don't need any masteries if you don't want to. If you are struggling to stay alive or keep your team alive, taking bolt work on this guy would actually be much of a recommendation to do that, because he can take a lot of bit of damage as well, which is fantastic. And also put him in a guardian set that can also help you out as well. These are the masteries I used to use in Hydra, and I just didn't reset them because I'm a tight ass and I'm trying to save gems basically. So just using what we've got, right? At least I'm honest about it. And then we have Ollie, who was also a fusion as well as Ironhide. So you can see that these are his stats here. And again, this is just leftover gear that I already had on her. So I didn't worry about anything else. Again, focus on good speed, defense, and HP. Her stats are way more attainable. So hopefully that makes you guys feel a little bit better that not all the gear is broken or OP or anything like that. These are the masteries. Again, I used to use these in Ice Golem. So again, you can pretty much go bolt work with her if you have like a bigger blessing on her than Ironhide, if you have one, because she can also take damage as well. And you can also probably use a guardian set for this ability as well. I think you could also probably run out without masteries as well, to be honest. Then we have my friend here, who does have masteries, and probably one of the biggest regrets of masteries are were I do for farming, but you know, in the day I did him for content back in the day. I made a video on him before for this boss, but it wasn't a free-to-play team. It was with Duchess and etc. I did say in that video actually you could use Iron Hides etc. And a few months later we've done it again. So I'm trying to cover all the rotations on a Curse City boss with free-to-play teams. So when people ask me my streams or my videos, I can just give them the link and be like, hey, if you don't have this champion, then you can also use this champion as well. Or if you have the upgrades, like Duchess, for example, you can go ahead and use her as well. So you can see here, he has very similar stats, good HP, good defense, good speed, and then good accuracy as well. So that is it. Now you only need him to be around about 251. You want him to be the slowest. I actually forgot to put the stats in the optimizer, so I kind of screwed up there with him. So it's good to see, even if you screw up, you can still beat the content. And then we have Mr. Artak, who is normally my Scotland team. Mr. Artak's coming in with reasonable speed, HP, defense, and accuracy, which are the main three areas you want to worry about. Accuracy is there. Speed, defense, and HP are the three that you want to worry about. The resistance is just on there because of Ice Golem, and I only changed 2 pieces of gear for him for this as well. So, and then you can see here we've got Elixir of Gold, which I run for Ice Golem, and then these are the masteries that we run for Ice Golem. He's also a great candidate for Brimstone as well if you have him on him already. And then again, we'll show you the champion Relic Tender, which is the juicy one. And again, she is in the heal reduction, heal regen set. And then these are her stats as well. I actually tried making them slow, and I forgot to put the Curse City speed on her when I was putting her into the optimizer. I just was trying to focus around about reasonable speed. And I got a fairly big one than I wanted, but you know, hey ho, it doesn't realize until I beat the team that I realized I didn't put it on the optimizer, so it's one of them ones. It's mistakes I made sometimes. Speed, again, roughly about 270, 260 is fine. Good defense, good HP, more HP than defense needed. No relic. Blessings, Mercy, Heal, again. You should be putting a Bloodstone on her, I guess, for that. I guess I use another content for that, and no masteries as well, so you can definitely use that to your advantage as well. So there we are. There is my free-to-play Curse City boss on hard mode. It is worth doing this boss because you've got a chance of getting a getting a mythical champion through the remnants. Remnants are normally pretty shite, if I'm being honest, but at some point you will want your Carnage and get his blessings and the chances and trying to maximize. My focus and my recommendations for any in-game players: try and focus to clean in this area, try and focus clean in this area, try and focus clean in this area. And then just for Soul Cross, just push up for Finite, honestly, and then beating the boss. These ones could just wait. If you don't have Carnage already, I wouldn't really bust my back for him. He's a great champion. I use him all the time. I love him. He's great. I think he's A tier. S tier? No, but A tier is great. He's great in Hydra as well, which is in my Hydra hard team as well. So that is it for me today, and there was my recommendations for Curse City. Let me know down in the comments as well, and go ahead to check out my playlist for Curse City, because I have got plenty of Soul Cross videos on the S14, S13, S20, S21, and S19 on the channel, even the finite stages as well, talking about this guy here, depending on what rotation it is. This one's fairly easy for me, the other rotations are not. So that is it for today. Hopefully you like us. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe. I've been Grim. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.